If you're running a small or medium-sized business here in Namibia, this is for you. We're going to talk about the very real digital threats that are targeting companies just like yours. And more importantly, we'll cover the simple, powerful steps you can take to protect yourself. So let's jump right in.
Okay, take a look at this number. Over 1.1 million. What do you think that is? Is it the population of a city? The number of transactions happening online? The answer is actually a lot closer to home, and honestly, it's pretty concerning.
That, right there, is the number of cyber threats that were detected right here in Namibia in just the first 6 months of this year. And let's be clear, that's not some big, scary global number. That is a local reality happening right now in our own digital backyard. Now, I know what a lot of you might be thinking. Something like, my business, we're too small. Why would anyone target us? It's a really common thought, but I have to tell you, the reality is the complete opposite. Let's dig into why your business isn't just a target, but why it's often the perfect target. You see, for cybercriminals, it's not always about the size of the prize. A lot of the time, it's just about how easy it is to get in. They are all about opportunity. They're looking for the path of least resistance. And you know what? Way too often, that path leads straight to a small or medium-sized business.
And this really breaks it down perfectly. You've got the big corporations over here with whole teams of security people, huge budgets, really complex defenses. And then over here, well, that's the SME world. Fewer IT resources, definitely a limited budget, and a lot of the time we're running on simpler systems that are built on trust. If you're an attacker, which door are you going to try to open? You're the low-hanging fruit.
So let's pull this threat even closer to home. We're not just talking about abstract trends happening somewhere else in the world. The data shows a very, very clear and growing risk, specifically inside Namibia. Just look at the financial damage. Back in 2020, the reported losses for digital fraud in Namibia were sitting at 8.7 million Namibian dollars. Okay, now fast forward just 4 years to 2024, and that number has absolutely exploded to 54 million. This isn't just data on a chart. This is real money being pulled out of our economy and out of businesses just like yours.
And hey, if you're still thinking that maybe only smaller companies are getting hit, think again. Remember the massive data breach over at Telecom Namibia? That proved that even our biggest institutions can be targeted. So if they're at risk with all of their resources, it just goes to show how on guard every single SME needs to be.
So how does this actually happen? How does a cyber threat turn into actual cash disappearing from your bank account? Let's walk through the mechanics of one of the most common and, frankly, one of the most devastating types of attacks out there. It's called Business Email Compromise, or BEC for short. And this isn't some super complex hack with lines of code. No, it's much simpler. It's a con. It's a digital deception where the bad guys just pretend to be someone you know and trust, maybe your CEO or a supplier you've worked with for years, all to trick you into sending them your money. And here's the typical playbook. First, they impersonate one of your real suppliers. It looks totally legit. Then they send you an invoice that looks right. But there's one tiny crucial change: new bank account details. And finally, your business, thinking it's just another routine payment, diverts your hard-earned money straight into the criminal's pocket. It is so simple and so devastatingly effective. And of course, BEC is just one of the tools they use. You've also got to watch out for those phishing emails that look like they're from NAMRA or your bank. Then there's ransomware, which locks up all your important files and demands money to get them back. And let's not forget social engineering, which is really just the art of manipulating your employees to get them to give up secret information. Okay, that's a lot of doom and gloom. I know, it can feel really overwhelming. But here's the good news, and this is the most important part. Protecting your business does not require a giant budget or a team of tech geniuses. It all starts with simple, smart business practices. If you take one thing away from this, let it be this mindset shift. Stop thinking of cybersecurity as just an IT problem. It's not. It's a core business function. It's just as important as how you manage your money or how you treat your customers. You see, good security is just good business, plain and simple. And it all comes down to some fundamental digital hygiene. These are the things that don't cost a lot but have a huge impact. We're talking about using strong passwords, turning on multi-factor authentication, we'll get to that, keeping your software updated, and this one is critical: building a human firewall. Train your people to spot these threats and create simple, unbreakable rules, like always picking up the phone to verbally verify any change in banking details before you send a single dollar. Okay, to make this super practical, let's just boil it all down. Forget everything else for a second. Here are 3 concrete actions that you can, and really you should, take this week to immediately make your business safer. Number 1, activate multi-factor authentication, or MFA. This is hands down one of the most effective things you can do. It's that little code that gets sent to your phone when you log in. It means that even if a criminal steals your password, they still can't get in. You need to do this today, right now, for your email and your online banking. Number 2, create a simple, non-negotiable rule in your company. If any supplier ever emails you asking to change their bank details, you have to pick up the phone. Use a number you already know is correct and confirm it with them verbally. This one little step costs you absolutely nothing, and it stops most invoice fraud scams dead in their tracks. And finally, number 3, open your calendar right now and block out just 30 minutes. That's it, 30 minutes sometime this week. Use that time to go to every single computer in your business and just click Update. Attackers love to sneak in through old, known security holes. This simple act closes that door for them. So, let's end on this thought. It's really time we reframe how we see this whole topic. Cybersecurity isn't some technical problem for the IT guy to solve. In today's Namibia, with our economy becoming more and more digital, this is a fundamental question of business survival. And the only question left to ask is, are you prepared?